Universal Studios Hollywood is located in the heart of LA, and with it having some of the world's best rides and attractions, it is easy to know why it attracts almost 10 million visitors per year. However, today, by using the categories thrill, queue line, theming and fun, we are going to review and rank every ride at the park. Starting off with a bang, we have Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. And no matter whether you are a big fan of the Despicable Me franchise or just want to jump aboard another fun and enjoyable simulator, then this totally bananas ride is just for you. Similar to such attractions as the Simpsons Ride just down the street, after you queue up in the incredibly themed queue line and then experience the pre-show, which, trust me when I say, you will never ever forget. You will become an honorary minion. Yes, you heard me right, a minion. And through the use of moving seats, effects and a humongous 3D screen in front, you will really feel as if you are playing Minion Rush, racing through Goose Home, partying and so much more. How despicably awesome is that? And therefore we are going to give it a final score of 19. For our first out of the two coasters currently located at the park, we are going to be heading into Hogsmeade for Flight of the Hippogriff, and despite this being a so-called family coaster, this ride is perfect for wizards, witches and muggles alike. Themed towards, believe it or not, the Hippogriff from the Harry Potter series, once boarded your train you will complete many twists, turns, drops and airtime hills, providing not only a fun and thrilling experience but also some fantastic views of the famous Hogwarts castle and surrounding area. So for anyone looking for their next Harry Potter adventure, go on to the highly themed Flight of the Hippogriff for an experience worthy of a score of 29. From one Harry Potter ride to the next, we're going to take a trip into the Hogwarts castle for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. And wow, where do I begin when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every great aspect, we would literally be here all day. Yet to start from the beginning, as soon as you get over the fact that this ride normally has a waiting time of 100 minutes, you will head round probably the most themed queue line that I have ever been in, with it featuring everything from flying cars to talking pictures to even Ron, Harry and Hermione, as well as Dumbledore himself, causing even the smallest of Harry Potter fans to get a little bit emotional. But it does not stop there, as on ride itself you fly around in every direction imaginable, seeing some of the most fantastic parts of the movie and honestly having an experience which till this very day I still can't get over. And so I am going to give it the highest possible score of 40. If soaring through the air is not your thing, but you'd rather come face to face with some prehistoric dinosaurs, then you must take a ride on the newly refurbished for 2019 Jurassic World the Ride, as it has taken the word rawsome to the next level. Situated down on the lower lot, it may be a hike to get down those 345 steps, but oh my god, is it worth it, because where else can you board an exploration boat, head round some crazy prehistoric landmarks and see dinosaurs? Well, Universal Studios Orlando, but this one is way better. For me though, the standout aspect of this ride has to be the ending, as your nice leisurely cruise becomes a little bit Jurassic when you realise it's a dinosaur's dinner time and the only way to escape the T-Rexes is by plummeting down a humongous 25.6 metre drop, finishing off the ride with, believe it or not, a splash. Therefore this ride is easily getting a combined score of also 25. Who here has seen Revenge of the Mummy? Well, of course you have, but do you know that Universal Studios Hollywood has made a ride of this beloved movie franchise called Revenge of the Mummy the Ride? How creative, and this is definitely not for the faint of heart. Nevertheless, if you do dare to ride, you will get to board an once again highly themed exploration vehicle with the rest of the thrill seekers from your group, to then complete a pitch black roller coaster adventure consisting of multiple launches to 40 miles per hour, 50-degree drops, as well as many classic twists and turns, causing even the biggest thrill seekers in the group to put their hands in the air like they just don't care. But it does not stop there, as in addition to all of this, it does not matter whether you are looking, queuing or riding for your 5th, 6th or 7th time, you will feel immersed in all of the theming, and so it would be wrong not to give the second coaster at the park a score of 36. Do not fear guys, the mummies have gone, but instead things are about to turn a little bit silly with our next ride on the list, Silly Swirly Fun Ride, and with it being identical to many Dumbo style attractions. Before we do begin to talk about a ride experience itself, we would recommend riding the more unique rides first. Yet if you do get the opportunity to ride, you will not be disappointed, with you getting to board one of the very funny Minion inspired ride vehicles for a 360-degree view of the Super Silly Fun Land. Here is where it gets cool though, as by using the lever provided whilst also spinning around, you can make yourself go up and down, which definitely does not bug me at all. Ding ding, and therefore we're going to give it a combined score of 12. Have you ever wondered what your pets get up to when no one is at home? Well, if you have, then you have to take a ride on the new for 2021 The Secret Life of Pets off the Leash, as you can see just that. Themed towards, believe it or not, the famous movie Secret Life of Pets. For any of the fans out there, this ride will quite literally blow you away, with you beginning your ride experience by entering into the New York apartments and seeing all of your favourite furry friends in many fun and interactive ways. But that is just the queue line. On ride is a different level, because once you board your cardboard box, you'll be taken around a not so normal journey around New York, seeing everything and get ready for it, from flying bunnies to cheeky cats to dog yoga to animals soaring on fireworks to so much more, all before you finally get adopted at the end. So if that does not make you want to ride, I honestly do not know what will, and therefore I am going to give it a final score of 28. Next up on our list we have the Simpsons Ride, and despite it making you feel a little bit yellow after riding, it is actually quite fun. Okay, that was a horrific joke, but this ride sure isn't, with after you entering into probably the best facade that I have ever seen, being able to experience so many fun Simpsons themed pre-shows before the VR simulator ride. However, this is not all easy going, as along your way you may come across Sideshow Bob and things turn a little bit, let's just say, crazy. But do not fear, as the Simpsons will try to keep you safe while you head round Krusty Land, and also have a few laughs along the way too. Just make sure though to hold on tight through this ride, as it is known to be a little bit rough, but as long as you do that, you are sure to have a great time. And with all that said, I'm going to award the Simpsons Ride halfway at 20. It is time for the ride that we have all been waiting for, the world famous Studio Tram Tour. And no matter who you are, why you are visiting the park, or what your favourite rides and attractions are, this is a must-do ride. situated within the Universal Studios movie lot itself and amongst many live as well as retro movie sets on the extremely unique attraction. You'll be able to board a Universal Studios tram and take a guided tour around the lot itself, featuring everything from watching the effects in action within a burning subway station to the recreation of that famous Jaws scene, to even getting an occasional opportunity to see some very famous actors and even maybe a live set or two. This ride honestly cannot be matched anywhere else. However, we are no way near done yet, as in addition to all of this, there are also some simulator experiences within themed towards Kong as well as Fast and Furious, just to make your experience 10 times more awesome, and therefore I think it is quite obvious to see a score of 20. After ranking and reviewing 9 of Universal Studios Hollywood's attractions, we have finally made it to our last ride, and it is no other than Transformers The Ride 3D, where if you think you have what it takes, you, with help of course from Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, can stop the Decepticons and save the Earth. Do not fear though, you do not need to transform, as instead you have been equipped with an NEST vehicle, which once you are boarded will move whilst also rocking and rotating in pretty much every direction imaginable, really immersing you within the storyline. Nevertheless, what I particularly love about this ride is that there are not only many 3D screens, but in between all of them there are so many props continuing the experience, and therefore when taking into account all of this, I'm going to give our final ride on the list, Transformers The Ride, a score of 22. There you go, we have just ranked and reviewed every single ride at Universal Studios Hollywood, and if you have enjoyed, please consider commenting, liking and subscribing, and if you want to see every single number per category, we have it all down in the description below. Nevertheless, with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. That is it from me, Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.